Welcome everyone, welcome back to today's video. If you're new here, I'm Bree with Let's Talk Tech. This channel is all about helping educators effectively instruct and create engaging online learning environments. Today's topic will be on best practices you can implement for instructing your learners in your online learning environment. I have 4 awesome tips for you that I want to share that I think that will take your online learning environment instruction to the next level. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these tips. The first tip is going to be to provide clear, concise instructions. And sometimes we as educators will talk as we talk to each other, and we will talk as if the person is already supposed to know. I absolutely hate this. Hate it. I hate it my professors when they do it, and I hate when educators do it. It's like, if I'm here, I probably don't
know, so you shouldn't assume that I know, and it's like so irritating.
When I advise instructors about setting up instruction in their online learning environments, I advise to make your instructions detailed as if you're talking to someone who knows nothing about what you're talking about. We can't assume that everyone is at the same learning level within our course. We expect them to be, but you just can't assume that, and that's going to help you so much more in your online learning instruction when you provide clear instructions on what the learner needs to do in this course, how long they're expected to tune into the course, how long they're expected to spend on study materials, how long they are expected to be participating in this, that, or the third. So if you provide detailed instructions for each step of your learning process in your learning environment, it will decrease confusion and it will increase your retention rates, because when the student gets into the course, they have like a certain amount of times where they can drop the course. So if you're letting them know everything up front, they can choose whether they're going to be able to participate actively and effectively in the course and make it throughout the course without getting halfway through the course and saying, oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is confusing. Oh, this wasn't explained when I first looked at the syllabus. So I highly recommend to make clear, concise, detailed instructions that maybe like a high schooler can read if we're in higher education. If you're in high school, then make something that a middle schooler can read. You always want to make your instructions as a lower level. Even if your students aren't at a lower level, you want to put the expectation at the lowest level possible, just in case you have a learner that is not up to speed to everyone else. They don't feel secluded or left out or belittled. My second tip that you can do to implement instruction in your online course is create rubrics for all assignments. Create rubrics for your tests, create rubrics for your quizzes, create rubrics for your writing assignment. Create rubrics. When you create a rubric, it gives a learner the expectation of highest form of degree and lowest form of degree. And also, if you are grading their assignments or whatever the case may be, you can advise them to go back and look at the rubric, because that is what you are grading them off of. They can use the rubric as a tool to grow as a learner and enhance their learning process as they go throughout the rest of your course. The third tip that you can implement for instruction in your online learning environment is to emphasize due dates. You want to send reminders, you want to make announcements, you want to keep reminding the learners, send emails, making sure that your learners are active in your online learning environment, they are up to date on what's going on. You are in constant communication. This can be like a second step in making your presence known in your online environment. If you are interested in learning about creating presence in your online learning environment, definitely check out this video up here and leave a comment below if you have any questions or even more comments about that topic. Setting due dates and sending reminders, being in constant communication with the learners, sending out announcements, it allows them to stay active in your course, and it is a constant reminder. In higher education, or even with K through 12, we still have personal lives. People still have personal lives, so things can get in the way, people forget, things like that. So if you're sending constant reminders, it just keeps that in the forefront of what they need to be doing. Kind of like email marketing. When you go to the store, you sign up for their email list, they're like bombarding you with emails every day, all day. It's like,
Stop stop emailing me.
But that is kind of the strategy you need to implement when you're dealing with your learners. You need to just bombard them with reminders throughout the week, the beginning of the week, the end of the week. So that way you can say, hey, I did my due diligence in making sure that you were on track. I sent you out reminders even if you weren't logged into the course. This just is a way that you do your due diligence again in making sure that your learners are aware of what's going on, and it shows that you are an active instructor in the online learning environment. My fourth tip is going to be to set tangible and measurable objectives. Do not make objectives that are like beyond the scope of the course, or something that they can't do, or something that they're not going to be able to see their growth in, or something that they won't have any tangibility at the end of the module or course. You want to implement objectives that are challenging enough for the learner to challenge themselves and grow as a learner, but not something that is overwhelming, not something that is like insulting to their intelligence. And if you want to learn more about how to do that, definitely leave a comment below. I can make a video on that as well. But you want to set tangible objectives so that the learner feels challenged enough to complete the objectives. They know that at the end of the objective, they are going to be able to do this task. We'll have a tangible object that they can see or show or present at the end of the module or the course. Guys, thanks for staying tuned. Definitely go ahead and hit that like button and comment. It helps YouTube get my video out, and it shows them that people are liking the content so that I can continue to create more. And as always, be blessed, have a good day, and I will see you in our next video.